place they call London, I spent a night out on the town, where I met this bad-tempered Door Scotsman, Prime Minister Gordon Brown. He thought he could fool all the people, he thought he could grind us all down. Never one flicker of humour, never a smile, just a frown. His eyes, they sparkle like granite, you'd have thought he was king of the land. With a scowl on his face and a snarl on his lips, and his 10% income tax band. One day he presented his budget, and he tried to make it sound grand. But he used his own spin to hide the truth of the 10% income tax band. He said, Mr. Chancellor, my darling, will you hold on to my hand while I tell all these ignorant people why I'm dropping the 10% ban. His eyes, they sparkle like granite, you'd have thought he was king of the land. With a scowl on his face and a snarl on his lips, and his 10% income tax ban. But his party rose in revolution when they saw through his spin and his lies. But he said, I'm not changing anything, I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but I do know what's best for your country. My Chancellor and I are good Celts. If you can't afford to buy your food, you'll just have to tighten your belts. His eyes, they sparkle like granite, you'd have thought he was king of the land. With a scowl on his face and a snarl on his lips, and his 10% income tax band. Come all you exploited good people, a warning please take from me. When you go out on the town at night, beware of this Scottish MP. He'll take you for every penny you have, so stay right away from his hand, and away from his dear darling Chancellor, betrayed by the 10% ban. His eyes, they sparkle like granite, you thought he was king of the land. With a scowl on his face and a snarl on his lips, and his 10% income tax band. His eyes, they sparkle like granite, you'd have thought he was king of the land. With a scowl on his face and a snarl on his lips, and his 10% income tax band.